Alright, let's chat. Just give me a second. Alright. Give me a second. How do I show the chat? I'm not signed in. Okay, I fixed it. Alright, let's go to the live scene. I'm not signed in. Okay. You guys can talk in chat. In my Discord is right here. Go and I'm just going to stay in the channel. Alright. So, guys, you're gonna be learning Visual Studio Code and obviously CSS. You're gonna be learning web development in this course. Not really a course, just a live stream. So, in this place, I've been very bored, and I've been learning programming myself, and I've been doing this web development course on Udemy. So I decided I want to share my knowledge, and for free. And so that's what I decided to do. So let's begin. So the first thing we'll need obviously is a text editor. We're gonna use Visual Studio Code. Guys, so oh god, I just hurt myself. Ah, that really hurt. Alright. Oh jeez, I'm bleeding. Okay. So code editor we'll be using is VS Code, and it's a very useful editor, and you can just download it with this. What I'm gonna do actually is going to edit it. Oh god, I'm bleeding badly. I'll just copy this down the link. Let's go back. So I should be able to see it. There you go. Alright. Just go down link, and now we shall begin. Actually, I'm gonna quickly set up our stream or let me go to my intermission. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Um, um, this, I forgot. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just trying to fix my thing here. Why is it not showing? This isn't what I want. I should have set up my stream before I started streaming it. A bad source mission. Let's do that. And my source. Alright. Oh, wow, this is massive. Jeez. Wait. Why is this so? Why are you doing that? Ah, there you go. Now we've done that. Right. That should be fine. Alright, so let's actually begin programming. Alright, so obviously in this course we'll need a text editor. So text editor will be using Visual Studio Code. My hands really hurt from that. And download it, and once you download it, guys, it's gonna open it up. So I'm gonna quickly open it up. Let's Once you've opened it up, we are going to obviously open a folder. And once we open a folder, we want to go to your OneDrive or wherever you want it, and you're going to save it in a folder. So I'm just going to create a folder and call this live. And in this, I'm going to select that folder. And then once I've selected the folder, I'm going to create a HTML file. Okay, if I can type. Then I'm going to create a CSS file. I'm going to call style.css and the HTML file is index.html. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I am going to begin programming. So to structure a HTML document, you will need the following. So you will need a doc tab which declares it's a HTML. Then you'll need the HTML root element, and then the root element, the start one, and then the end. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. So in this HTML lang English, this is our root element. If you hover over it in VS Code, you'll see the definition. So the HTML element represents the root of a HTML document. Okay, and this means basically without the HTML element you won't have any of this. So the HTML document ends with the HTML element and starts, well, not really starts with the HTML element. Like you can have the doc type HTML, but if you didn't have this, it's not gonna work. Look, I can just delete this, and here I'll show you. I'll save that, just say that for example. And if I was to go h1 and then I was gonna say hello world, I'll save that, okay, and I was to I was to go into wherever it was. Here, you still see it, but didn't have it. Let's remove that. Oh, it's still there. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's rigged. And there you go. Okay, so let's just reload that. Oh, it's there you go. So now we've got the HTML, then we have the head. Well, the head is the element that represents a collection of metadata for the document. So what does metadata mean? Well, I actually have no idea either. So let's close that. No, not much. And I'll show you. So let's see. Define metadata. Metadata. A set of data describes and gives information about other data. That's very useful, Google. Thank you. So basically this is telling us the file encoding, the meta charset, the what type the file is. Then this is creating a responsive website. Well, and what a responsive website is, basically it's compatible for any device. That's all. Okay. The title. Well, this is the title of the web page. So we could say hello. We could say I know something small. HTML. Just say HTML. Okay, and if we were to do that, we save, reload, it does that. Okay, and in the body is the content you'll see. So the body is where all the like letters and words and the letters in C. So if I was to do H1, which is a header, and I was to say hello world like I did before, I can type. I just reload it. There you go. Next thing I'm also going to do, so I'm just going to just do this. Do this as many times as I have to. So let's just fix this up. Okay. Now, close that. And what I'm going to do is that, and I'm going to show you some extensions. So I'm going to quickly show you the extensions. So the extensions I'm using is HTML hint, which you guys will use. There you go. Tells you if there's a mistake, which is working. Live server, which isn't working. So I'm just going to disable that and reload it. Then I am going to quickly re-enable it. And that's all I'm going to be using. So it's pretty useful. So if I show you now, if we were to do something like a oops, locale center, and we were to just Control X this end tag, okay, save that. That was not gonna work, is it? No, this is a notepad. Oops. This is a live coding session, so I'm gonna be making a lot of mistakes. So what I'm actually gonna be doing, if I was going to style, and don't worry about what I'm doing right now. Text line center. I'll save it. Should work. Oh, because I haven't got knife. Okay. Yeah. No. There you go. Center. Now, what if I was to do this right? There you go. See. So we can delete this, and we're gonna begin programming. So I'm gonna show you documentation. I'm gonna be following this documentation. So it's called W3 Schools. We're gonna be using W3 Schools. Also gonna be using MDN. So let's have a look. So W3 Schools. Let's get up our bigger windows. Leave this one. I'm just gonna drag in W3 Schools there and MDN. Yeah, right. I'm gonna do that, and what I'm going to quickly do is show you. So we're going to learn HTML and W3 schools, and they have all of this. So we're going to be following all of these. Yeah, there's a lot. So let's do some programming. So we're going to go into our elements, and we're just going to read through the documentation. So an HTML element usually consists of a start tag and an end tag, and then so the tag name, then the content goes here, the tag name. So let's have a look. The HTML element is everything from the start tag and end tag. So a start tag such as H1, first heading, be my first paragraph, end tag. BR is a line. So let's have a look. These are our nested elements. HTML elements can be nested elements, can contain elements. So let's quickly close it. I'll show you what they mean. So inside the body, which is the body element, we have the H1 nested elements. Another example would be a div element. We'd have the div, then we'd have the H1. The div is a nested element. It can have anything inside it, a child of it. So that's pretty cool. And if we just keep reading for the documentation, let's see, we've already explained HTML in the body. Don't need to worry about that. And also, don't remember the end tag. Okay. And next thing is empty HTML elements. So BR is an empty element without a closing tag. So and BR defines the line break. So I'll show you here. So we're just gonna go header one, and what there is. Oops, let's close that. Oops, what am I doing? What I'm also going to show you before I show you BR, I'm going to show you just H1, which is a header, has multiple. So let's go H1, H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So we'll just say H1, and what I'm going to do is quickly go header 1, and then I'm just going to quickly go H2, header 2, and then I'm going to go H3, header 3. I'm just going H4. Header, oops, no, header 4, H5, there's not 5, yeah, there's H5, header 5, H6, header 6, say that, there you go, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you what line breaks will do. So look at the gap here. Now, I'm just going to quickly do a quick, yeah, okay, now, I'm going to just copy this, I'm going to just continuously do this under each element. Save. There you go. Look at the gap difference. And if you see when you highlight him, you can see that gap here. Well, that's showing us the BR element, creating a line break, as you can see. So now, if we used a inspector element, which is a very useful element, F12, to get it out, and I'm just going to make this a bit smaller. Let's click on this button here, and what we're going to do is have a look at this. What we're going to do is just click on that and we'll look at here. So we have a H1, then we have the BR, which as you can see, if you can't see the BR, it's an empty element. See, there's nothing. If we have a look, do you see the BR? No, I don't think you can see the BR. That's the thing. There is no BR. What we can also do is something cool like this, and you can edit through here. So what we're gonna do, and a lot of people do this, will say hello. Okay, hello there. There you go. Or to make it even more funny, I've seen this a lot. People do this, and I just search up, I don't know, something goat, right? Get a goat out. Alright, we get goat out. Pretty cool, right? Alright, let's click that. Let's copy this. Actually, no, we want a. Let's see. Ooh, oh no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, let's copy this. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna open this image in a new tab. We'll copy this. Alright, smack that in. What we're gonna do now, I'll show you something. Where's the edge? Well, we can't really edit it. Can't edit it, can you? No. Let's quickly close that up again, and I'm gonna quickly do F12 again. Let's reload. There you go. Right, now I'm just going to go image. I'm gonna get an img, then and the img. Then inside that, I'm gonna give the ref, and I'm gonna copy that. Say, then I'm gonna have an alt. I'm gonna say goat, and then I'm going to actually move. And as you can see, there you go. So you're wondering, wait, there's no image. Well, that's because I made a mistake. I'm a very silly duffer. I'll show you what I mean. So you're gonna go. It usually works. For now, it's not working now. Image. There you go. Source. Copy that. And then we go Alt Goat. There you go. So that's another thing. Images. Pretty cool. And H1 can also have elements inside it. So we just remove the Alt Goat. Right, and just go head off one for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the other one and we're going to see. Let's see. HTML also is not case sensitive. And what do I mean by that? Well, what do they mean by that? Well, let's put this capital H and let's make that capital H. Save that. There you go. Nothing's happened. It's fine. Okay, now let's have a look. HTML must be lowercase. It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't. So, and that's really what really cool about that. Doesn't have to be. It says that the VS Code because it's recommended, but it doesn't have to be. So I'll change that. Turn off caps. And I'm going to quickly check my chat. Oh, actually, guys, I'm gonna quickly add a chat box so you guys can see what I'm doing. Just put on my intermission. Let's get a chat box. We all love a good chat box. Alright, there you go. Close that. Chat box. Now I'm going to just check out if it works. I'm just going to type in the chat. And go into my OBS. Nothing. The pain, it's inevitable, whatever. Okay. And by the way, I don't mind if you guys see my OBS. Like, I really don't care. Okay. Next thing, let's attributes not headings. We've seen that paragraphs. Yeah, well, paragraphs is pretty easy. Well, let's close that. Let's make another heading, and actually, I'm gonna delete this. Okay, and we're gonna create a web page to teach people HTML. So I'm gonna go header one, and what we're gonna do is go learning HTML. So we'll learn HTML by creating a HTML web page. Pretty cool. We're gonna Control Z. Yes, there you go. And next thing I'm gonna do is create a paragraph. So HTML, okay, is a markup language that is very used in the world of that is exceptionally necessary in the world of web development. Without it, we could not enter, could not show any content in the user's screen. So that's a paragraph. Pretty cool, right? And what you can do is make it bold. So we'll just put B. Then we will just Control X it into there. You can save it. There you go. Change this to em. Oops, no, not e comma em. Okay, then we'll save that. There you go. You know, it's pretty cool. And I'm just gonna keep it bold because I think that just looks better personally. I'm a remove the em, and I am going to just copy that. Okay. Now, next thing we'll talk about. Well, let's have a look what's the next thing, because this documentation is really useful, but how it is a bit difficult to understand, especially for beginners. So we've got paragraph, blah blah, line breaks, done that, home problem. Some pre-element first before. Okay, and we have our first exercise. So let's see. Use the correct HTML tag to add a paragraph with the text "Hello World." All right. So we go pay, and then we go hello world. And we'll just do the exercise together. So we'll end it, then submit our answer here, and we have done it. Good job. Let's show the answer. There you go. Okay, let's go to exercise 3. Well, let's do exercise 3. So H1, and that, and we'll end the P. Right, done that. Submit answer. Next exercise. Let's go. My bunny lies at a BR. Okay. Wrap the poem around the HTML tag with the preserve all space and libraries with the element displayed. And that, I believe, is the pre. So we'll do that. Oh, whoops. Try again. I forgot. There you go. And I didn't explain the pre quickly. I just read through it myself. Whoops. So what does the pre element do? I'll show you. So let's have a look. Let's just have a look what the pre element does. So read this. The HTML pre-element defines pre-formatted text. The text inside the pre-element is displayed in a fixed width font, usually Courier, and it preserves both space and line breaks. It's pretty cool, actually. So basically, it'd be useful for creating poems, right? So let's see. So we'll just do like a H2 quickly. Just definition of HTML. Gotta stop doing that. Okay, there you go. Maybe H3. Alright. I will save that. There you go. And next thing I'm gonna do, obviously, is talk about quickly. I'm gonna quickly just write about the headers. So I'm gonna go. Oh, freak me. H3 headers and paragraphs. So I'm gonna just document everything we've learned through this HTML so far. So we'll go P. We'll learn to create headers in HTML, you must use the H element. There are many different types of H element varying. How do you spell varying? From H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. The higher the number, the lower the font size. To create paragraphs, you must use the P element, which element to add line breaks, put the BR empty element empty element and empty element is an element without an end tag. And I'll do this around there. That's not gonna work. Okay, and if we read through this, now use the pre element. Pre, say, there you go. Now this creates line breaks. So do that. There. That. Yes. Save. Oh, no. Frick you! There you go. With the pre-element, as you can see, if we actually just zoom in here, yeah, create headers in HTML, you must have HTML. Pretty fancy, I'd say so myself. Okay, then we'll just quickly write down. Oh, freak! Why does that just happen? What I've just realized is this needs to be indented. So if this just, yeah, that's a bit painful, but you gotta suck it up and deal with it, don't you? Alright, we'll just quickly, maybe not indented. I usually indent everything I do because it's just organization purposes, but apparently not. That's a bit annoying. That's why I don't use the pre-element personally, because of that. You gotta, if you want to keep it look clean in the website, you gotta remove the indentations. And it looks nicer, but it's disgusting because of that. Okay. Now next thing we'll do is obviously define the pre-element. So let's go. The pre-element. And also, actually, quickly before I start, as you can see, when I'm typing, it goes to the next line instantly without actually doing what this is doing here. You have to move that back in there, and that's because if I use Control-Shift-P and text wrap, I forgot what's it called. Not in the commands. Oh, that's interesting. In the settings, you use a text wrap. No, wrap text. Actually, yes, that's what it's called. Alright, Control-Shift-P, wrap text. You joking? There you go, word wrap. There you go, done. Control how lines should be wrapped, but turn that off, which is kind of annoying. I'll show you what happens. There you go, look at this. You understand how painful that is? Look at that. Gonna do that. No one wants that. So if I do this, and I'll go word wrap, there you go. So Control should be word wrap. Mixes it up, much more useful. Alright, and next thing we'll do is define the pre-tag. So another cool tag is the pre-element. Oops, cool element is the pre-element. It is very useful for things like poems because the font and font size is automatically suited for the environment, and it follows the the programmer's proper format in the code, meaning that it is not necessary to put line breaks, but instead just spaces to create the space. So that, there you go. What I did find is I forgot. I'm gonna have to enter. Let's see. Okay. Save, there you go. Still quite low. Wow, jeez. So, next thing I want to do, obviously, is look through documentation again. And I just want to check my chat. Okay, nothing. We're gonna go and we are going to go into styles. And what does this mean? Well, CSS time, my friends. CSS times. This is where I don't need CSS times. Very useful. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's close. Where's my webpage? There you go. So we're gonna begin styling our CSS. So let's make all this look nice. So what I'm gonna do is go H1, and obviously we're gonna create a color. So let's just say color. Save. And what you want to do is link it. So you're gonna link CSS like so, and there you go. Let's make the H3 look a bit nice. So set a H3 curly brackets, and let's give it a color, which we're gonna do blue because blue is a nice color. There you go. What we'll do, let's mess with the paragraph. So let's give it a brown color. Color brown. Nice. Let's mess with the pre-element again. Let's do this. Let's give it a nice color, and we'll give it a trot rose. That's a disgusting color. That is not a nice color. I said a nice color. Let's see. Oh, cyan is a great color. Oh, no, maybe not. Coral. What about coral? That's okay. That's a bit better. And next thing we want to do is let's center the HTML. So, how do you do that? You can go text, align, and then you go center. We'll say that. And the next thing we're going to do, center the H3. We're not going to do that actually. We're going to underline it. So text decoration, underline. We'll save that. There you go. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a background color. So let's go body. Okay, two spaces. We're just going to go body, and we're going to go create a background color. So we're going to go background color or BG color like so, and we'll give it this. There you go. Now let's actually add an image, shall we? So I'm going to quickly go Control Shift P to get you out, and I'm going to add an image because I like images, don't we? And we're going to this time indent. So IMD, there you go, and Alt goat. We like goats. And this what this Alt actually means. Well, this Alt tells us if this image doesn't load up, then we'll do we like goats. Easy as pie. Alright guys, I'll be right Alright, I'm back guys. Alright, let's go. Alright. Next thing we'll do is talk about CSS. So, because HTML is kind of gay, I'm joking. So, let's close my Discord and let's just do that. There you go. Now we've done this, let's create a CSS document. Now let's do that. How are we going to do that? Well, we want to link another document. So I'm going to create a document. I'm going to call this we're going to call this index1. Index2.html. We'll save that, and we're going to use image, legendary image. Yes. See, why is text wrap off? Word wrap. There you go. That's the issue. And the next thing we're going to do is just put hello h1, and then hello world. Save that. And what we're going to do is link it. So at the top, we're going to link it. Let's get a index1.html something. We'll save that. And it's not gonna come up because there's no such thing. So, and that's after the body. Let's see. There you go. Something. Click on that. There you go. Hello world.